Out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
To throw again on second down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Jackson throwing once more. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
He'll live to fight another down, right?
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right?
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 79 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 116 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete here.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time. On defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 75 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow, rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Give them the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Mixon dancing away at the 35. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals on 1 play have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. A little juke. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 210 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Now Joe Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And they'll run here with Carter. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Phillips. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Good footwork at the 30. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 238 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. Back to Mixon on first down. Shifts past him at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Mixon on the counter. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this one is right down Broadway. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com.